Jim and I, the building, our man here once again with the drunken news. I was sipping on my drink, and I said to myself, "Ooh, we got to talk about this." I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, to be honest with you. Let's see what's going on in the world. Tiffany Haddish keeps clapping back at Cat. Then this happens. Ooh, Meek Millions spit on Nicki Minaj's face and put her out in the woods.
Cade is alive. You took my son?
We gotta get that baby back.
You won't ever stop me. School bus full.
Okay, you guys, so get into this craziness. So Meek Mill ex-friend Dean is exposing all of Meek's dirty laundry, including things that happened between Nicki and Meek while they were together. Now he goes live and talks about a...
I thought he was boxing. I thought he was like trying to use his defense. I think he's skating. But here's the thing. Meek Mill spit on Nicki Minaj's face and throw her out in the woods. I'm going to tell you something. I don't believe in abuse, obviously, but I don't feel sorry for Nicki. I'll tell you why. Because she used to beat on Safari. Didn't she stab him, and then he almost died, and he had to act like it was a suicide attempt? You know what I mean? Like, you know, coming from the inner city, I see this a lot. Like, the women will be like, he too nice for me. I need a street guy. Then she'll get beat up. And it's like, that's a sexual arousal for them. They rather get beat up sometimes than be with a corny nice guy. You know, it's kind of like a Jada Pinkett and a Will Smith. She needed a guy who would cheat on her and beat on her. But if she gets a nicer guy, she gonna take advantage of him. It's like women hate hearing that, but just because somebody's considered pretty doesn't mean they want what's best for them. Your central nervous system, she was raised in abuse. Parents will fight. And so your central nervous system doesn't do what's best for you. It only does what it knows. So she's going to be attracted to aggressive stuff. Like you see the dude she married. You know, you see the dude she married.
Crazy incident that happened between Meek and Nicki where he ended up spitting on her. Now he also said that he put her out in the woods, and the whole reason between the beef between Meek and Drake had everything to do with Nicki. Go ahead and take a look.
Stand at the up like in 20th Street or something. We ride, we all the fuck down there. We wound up shopping down there. Webster. This fucking dude get to arguing with this girl. And it's more.
I'll stop it here. Don't you hate when somebody will be around for something and let it happen, and then when they get mad, they go expose it? Like, I hate when like somebody will like say like Cassie, like of course I believe she was taken advantage of. But like I don't believe she's taken advantage of for those 9 years. I believe she's taken advantage of once she tried to like leave the last time. But the other years when she was cool with it, like I hate when people be cool with something and when they leave, it's a problem. Or like even Puffy's security guards sometimes. I'm like, you didn't stop them in the moment. But then again, you can't protect an abused woman because on average they keep going back 17 times before they really decide to leave. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a catch-22. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like I said, again, I don't believe in abuse, but I do believe in accountability sometimes. And us as humans, we don't always want accountability. In our era we're in, it's more so about being a victim than being a conqueror. Like we don't always want accountability. So this guy is trying to play victim by shaming him for doing something which is shameful. Simultaneously to that, he didn't stop him. You know. So it's weird. He must have got cut off.
She told him, I ain't paying your fucking tag. Go get your money out the hotel. He said, I just got $2,000 on me. Like I can't borrow $6,000 or whatever many $1,000, and then they arguing real bad. They get to calling each other all kinds of crazy names. This corny dude starts spitting on. I say, yo, you.
So he say Nicki had to pay his tab for $6,000. He putting down $2,000. She didn't want to pay the rest. If she ain't gonna hold you down like that, first of all, if you ain't got the money, don't spend it. Second of all, if she ain't gonna hold you down like that, or if he ain't gonna hold you down like that, whoever you are, man or woman, don't be with him. Or maybe she didn't have the money. And who's to say this guy's telling the truth anyway?
I told him right then and there, you lost your mind. Nut. arguing about. We get on the bikes. Long story short, I'm gonna cut this shit short because I ain't want to say too much. This nut riding down the street, me, him, and Coon.
You already said
I'm still willing. I'm riding. I ain't thinking nothing of it. Been writing a long ass fucking message. This and Drake. Did that shit because he argued with that girl. All that shit came about that girl. And don't nobody know what that beef was about, do y'all? That shit was about that girl. Because he was all insecure. And don't know how to have a bad shit. He don't know how to beat it. Insecure. Telling he can't walk around the house with this and that on. Thinking and it took girl.
So he is telling her she can't walk around the house with this or that on. To be honest with you, if I'm dealing with a woman, you got to be a certain way too. And then me as your man, I'm going to be a certain way in return. You know, I'm going to be a certain way regardless. But, you know, we got to have a mutual respect. But if this is abuse, this is a different situation. And Meek does seem like a very insecure type. Like, that's why I always say I never go for the most poppin'est, most prettiest girl in the room. Because it's cool when she's promiscuous with you, but they're not going to know how to turn that off. She going to flirt with other dudes. Now you got to be super gangster and get aggressive. That's why her husband is the way he is. That's why he was talking to all the, yo, what? You going to be talking at your funeral? It's like, wait a minute. You going to say you going to kill him on the internet? Like, ain't you like 40? Like, I mean, like, so you don't want to be put in that position, but it depends on the type of person you're dealing with, depending on if you're a man or a woman. Like, say, like NBA Youngboy. I like his music. Floyd's daughter stabbed a girl because she was flirting with NBA Youngboy. At least that's my understanding. Or she could be with a guy where she don't even be put in that position. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she's not gonna do it, you know?
Why you at? Yo, you crazy. What's up with me and Meek, man? Man, I had to put her out in the woods. We was all the way out Jersey somewhere in the woods. They put her out the house. It's dark and shit. I had to go out there and get her. She cried right here. Am I lying, Nikki? Ask Meek's sister. She was there, and her baby father. He was there too. Am I lying, y'all? His mom was there. His mom,
Now, what's interesting about this is Nicki tried to speak out about what Meek was doing to her way back in 2020, and she got a lot of backlash. A lot of people didn't believe her. So she said, you beat your own sister and taped it, spit on her and taped it, kicked me in front of your mother and sent her to the hospital. Blanking Drake's D made you feel tough again. Move on. And like I just said, nobody really wanted to believe her, but it seems like it's coming full circle, and
I've always believed her. It's just, he's a rapper, so he already doesn't have... Look, 50 Cent said it best. He's my favorite rapper. I always wanted to be like 50 Cent as a kid, but for the wrong reasons. Like, I wanted to be a big buff black dude, and then I started lifting weights really heavy, and my joints was messing up, and you high blood pressure, and screw that. I'd rather be a lean black dude. You know what I mean? But he said, back in the days, this is old rap. After the VMAs, my baby mama cussed me out. I beat her up. We back cool like Puffy and Steve Stout. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, yo, he don't even care. Like, but he's a rapper. That's his image. And then her as a woman, she's not going to be able to be with a guy because she don't have the character to be with a nicer guy anyway. Why? Because this is where she come from. Your central nervous system does what it knows. The person you're with is a manifestation of your past thoughts. However you thinking, that's the type of person you're going to end up with. So even Nas, I like Nas, but what's her name? Was he with Khalees? And she was saying Nas was beating her up. Now, who knows? You know what I mean? But at the same time, Nicki was with Nas too. So either she gonna be with a guy who's too nice, or she gonna get with a dude gonna knock her in her head. Because that's just who she is. But there's a certain level of accountability to intentionally do better. But it's hard to do better when you've been away your entire life. You know what I mean? But I believe it. But I think she's always going to be in those situations over and over again. You see her husband now. You know what I mean? So super over aggressive because she feels like this is a trick I learned as a man. if I put hands on you, depending on what it is, what's gonna happen is when you're a certain type of woman, you're gonna try me. If I put hands on you, you're not gonna leave me. A part of you is gonna feel like you deserved it because you knew you was trying me. The other part is gonna feel sad, and then you're gonna say, I shouldn't have done that to him to make him want to do that. And then the other part is you're gonna feel almost like protected because you can't take advantage of me. If something goes left, I'm gonna hold you down. That's how you're gonna feel. So that's kind of, as a man, I know what you're gonna do, and you're not gonna do nothing. You get, like, you see her, she's an aggressive type of woman, and they say she's on drugs. You know, I heard her like a couple months ago say she had a fighting addiction with pills, but I think she's probably doing coke, in my opinion. I've seen her look like she was snorting something, and that boosts your ego. So now you're gonna be arguing with dudes. What you gonna do if that man turn on you? You gonna take that L. And I think she knows who she is. So I think even now her husband probably be cussing her out every once in a while. Probably getting aggressive with her. But that's the type of dude she's attracted to. You know what I mean? But nobody wants that accountability. You know, you are where you are because of who you are. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my take on it. Though I do not believe in abuse. I don't, you know what I mean? But that's just my take. But get in the comment box, like, comment, subscribe. Tell what you guys think about this situation. Nicki Minaj spit in the face by Meek Mill. I believe it. But that's what happens when you want an aggressive dude. You get exactly what you want. My name is Jim Not a Bill, Not a Man. Want to get into Drunken News. Until next time.